All right, guys, let's take a look up here. So I'm going to go over again your 5-point writing plan and how to effectively write your intro and conclusion paragraph. So right now you should have out your notes on the 5-point writing plan, and you should also have out the actual plan itself. I'm talking about the fat P, the paper that has the fat P at the top. It has the circle with web out at the bottom. The next page has your standout, and then it has the get the ball rolling and your all-star conclusion paper, and then you have the tree map. Some of you might have one whole paper front and back that has everything. You can fold and put it all in one thing, which is fine, but you should have at least one of those. And remember, we've done a portion of this plan. Now you're just finishing it. For those of you that missed my segue, if you did not, I repeat, did not do your summer reading, you have the opportunity to actually write out this essay, 5 paragraphs, and turn it in by Friday to me in your Dropbox folder. If I do not have it Friday, by midnight on Friday, I don't care what excuse you come up with, then your 0 in the gradebook stands. Now, typically, the lowest grade you can get is a 60. For summer reading, if you didn't do it, it's a 0. And that is a project test grade, which is 35% of your grade. So I would listen up and pay attention. So let's take a look at your class prompt. Write a magazine article where you define the ideal room in your dream house to a group of interior decorators. Your key word here is define. You want to define the ideal room. Now, additionally, on some prompts, they're going to give you additional information to help you write better. So, using your facts, experiences, personal knowledge, things you've read, witnessed, or seen, write a magazine article where you define the features of the ideal room. So, let's go through the 5-point writing plan. You should have already done this. The first step is webbing out, where you brainstorm, you word vomit, and you web and filter. The reason why I give you 6 choices is so that you can have a lot to choose from. So you should have already webbed out this prompt. If you haven't, go ahead, pause the video, and web out now. So let's move on. If you pause the video, welcome back. Those of you that kept going, let's keep it moving. All right, so next you want to do is you want to stand out. You want to write your thesis sentence. What should your essay contain? Why should your essay contain a thesis sentence? You want to make sure that it's organized and developed. It gives your reader a guide, and you test your ideas. Now, a strong versus a weak thesis sentence. If your thesis sentence takes a stand, can be debated or argued, and expresses the topic of the essay, then that is a strong thesis statement. Now, these are examples of how you can start your thesis statement. And remember, I gave you some examples last week on how you could start your thesis sentence. If you haven't done this yet, go ahead and pause the video and work on your thesis statement now. All right, get the ball rolling. Now, you won't see this as this right here, like a circle. You'll see it as a little table that you can fill out. So, your step 3, write your intro paragraph. So, let's go back to your brainstorm. You're going to choose 3 of these ideas, and they are going to take place and build your thesis sentence. Now, the 3 ideas that you don't use, these right here, the 3 ideas you don't use, they can represent your intro paragraph. All right, so let's go here to your intro paragraph. Now, write this down. There are 3 ways that you can write any essay. I know I gave you 4 approaches, and you can still use one of them, but the main 3 you'll probably use. You're either going to ask a question, so you'll ask a question, and then you'll answer it. You're going to tell a story, or you're going to give examples. These are your main three. For your cause and effect and for your argumentative essays, that's where you might list a fact or a quote and then talk about it. But other than that, your main three. So let's talk about the main three. So ask the question. Literally, you're going to rephrase the prompt. So go back to the prompt. How could you rephrase this prompt into a question? How could you take this prompt and make it a question? That's all your topic sentence is. You're rephrasing your prompt. So that's either in the form of a question or it's another declarative or imperative sentence. You're taking that prompt, you're rephrasing it in a question, or you're making a generalized statement. That's your topic sentence for your intro paragraph. That's all it is. Some of you got real confused. Now, when you plan out your prompt, that's where you basically just write a couple of facts or information. So follow me as we're going to basically plan out our essay together. So here's my prompt. So now I'm going to plan out my essay. So follow me along and you plan out your essay. We'll plan it out together. So I know I have my topic sentence, correct? So I want to ask, what am I going to do? Am I going to tell a story? Am I going to ask a question? Or am I going to give examples? I think I'm going to ask a question. So I'm going to put in my topic sentence line, ask a question. Because I know that tells me I'm going to have other answers. So I'll put ask a question. And then I'm going to answer it. How am I going to answer it? So my question could be, with an unlimited Now, for example's sake, this is a wang wang or a wonk wonk sentence. I know it is. Don't judge me. I'm doing this at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, but for learning's sake, is ask a question. With an unlimited budget, is it possible to create the ideal room? Question mark. If so, what features would be in the ideal room? I have rephrased my prompt. As you can see, I rephrased my prompt. Bam. So now I know I need I need to ask, I need to answer my question. What features would be in the ideal room? Now, a lot of you try to use your 3 main ideas in this paragraph. Don't do that. You want to give 3 other ideas. So where do you get those 3 other ideas? You get it from your web out. So you go back to your web out for some of you, and those 3 ideas you chose not to write about as your 3 body paragraphs, you can talk about them in your introductory paragraph. So, bam. So, answer the question. What features would be in the ideal room? Could I use a wind tunnel? I want to talk about a wind tunnel. That's my factor statement number 1. Could I possibly then have a hammock? And then maybe I want to have, or would what feature would be in the ideal room? Would the ideal room have a robot? Or maybe have a personal Siri for all my iPhone, Team iPhone people. So bam. So bam. So now I have my topic sentence. So let's go back to the formula. So I have my topic sentence. Now I have to have my thesis statement. A lot of you were thrown off by this fourth factor statement. You're thrown off about it, let's just dump it. You don't really need it. You really just need 3. So let's dump that. Let's just dump that fourth sentence because you don't really need it. So as you can see, I'm trashing that fourth sentence. So bam, it's trash. Bam. All right. So now, because it wouldn't trash and it's making me mad. All right. So now I have my wind tunnel, hammock, have a personal series. So bam, I asked the question and then I answered it. Hammock, have a personal series. And then I have my thesis statement, which I've already written in the previous step. So all you're redoing is just recopying your thesis statement. That's your plan. Now you're going to work on your conclusion. So go back to your thesis statement. So let me show you my thesis statement. Here are my 3 ideas. I have a soft carpet. That's idea 1. I have soundproof walls. That's idea 2. And then I have a retractable entertainment center. That's idea 3. Bam. That's my thesis statement. So all I'm doing is in step 2 where I stand out and I write my thesis statement, for my get the ball rolling, I'm just rewriting my thesis statement. Whatever features, find whatever, and I should have features, find their way, not its way because features is plural, find their way to your ideal room. There are 3. I want to delete features because I just said it and that's repetitive. There are 3 you must not forget to include. And thank you, Forrest, for making it known to me. I need a colon to introduce the ideas. A soft carpet, soundproof walls, and a retractable entertainment center. That's my thesis statement. Bam. So now I have my 3 main ideas. So now I can now go and write my conclusion paragraph. Bam, better known as the wrap-up. You state your topic sentence again, usually in the form of a question. I want to add this. You also do not, I repeat, do not repeat your intro topic sentence. You're smart, you're creative, you can come up with another one. You restate your 3 main ideas. Or how about you restate your 3 topics from your 3 body paragraphs. Each idea equals 1 sentence. Then you give a final statement. Now on your get the ball rolling, you have a final statement sentence that has OPT. OPT stands for optional. You don't have to use that sentence if you don't want to. All you really need is your topic sentence. You restate the first idea, second idea, a third idea. And let me just make it a little bit easier for you. You restate your first body paragraph topic. In the second sentence, you restate your second body paragraph topic. And in the third sentence, you restate the third body paragraph topic. Then you have your wow wrap-up sentence, or better known as the clincher, or better known as the Kanye West, where when you went on stage with Taylor Swift, he grabbed the mic from Taylor Swift, he said what he had to say, and then he put the mic on the floor. That's what your clincher sentence is. It wants to be like you just say what you had to say, and you just drop the mic, and you move on. That's your clincher sentence. You want to leave me salivating and wanting more, where I put up my nose like I just smelled something putrid, because that paragraph is so good it just stank. Like you just put the stank on your paragraph. That's what your clincher sentence is, girl. That's what it is. All right, so now let's plan it out. So, bam. The first thing you want to do is you want to have a topic sentence. Now, I'm going to give you some ways and phrases that you can use to start your conclusion sentence. The first one, in conclusion. This is a boring one. Don't use that one. Another one that you can use is looking back. Looking back is another good way you can start your conclusion. It's another good transition word. So, looking back. Here's another good one. To conclude. That's a mini yawn. So I'll give it a YWN. Let me give you some more. Let me see. You can put overall in there. That would be a good one. Here's another one. And accordingly. These are all transition words or phrases that you can use to start your conclusion paragraph. Look, it's a comma. After you use a comma, put it in the trash. All right, so moving on. So, bam, here's my topic sentence for my restate. So, bam, on my plan, if you're looking at your plan, you should be looking at your plan. So, here's some. So, bam, I have my plan. It has an all-star finish, right? All-star finish it has on the plan? Yes. All right, so I got my topic sentence. In your plan, what I would do is I would just write what transition word I plan on using. So, I think I'm going to use looking back, Miss Winsley. So, looking back. And then, bam, looking back, ideal room. I want to make sure I stay on topic. And then I got my restate 1. I need to go back to my thesis statement or go back to my body paragraph plan. So looking back, soft carpet. So I know I want to talk about soft carpet first. So restate number 1, soft carpet. Restate number 2. What was number 2? Anybody? Anybody? As if you're really going to answer me. Soundproof walls. Thank you, somebody out there. So restate number 2. Soundproof walls. Restate number 3. Thank you. Retractable entertainment center. And then I have the last sentence called the clincher. And then I want to, because it's me, say something funny. And this is your plan. That way, when it's time for you to write it, you know kind of where you want to go. So now, let's look at my conclusion paragraph. Looking back, it seems that the ideal room is one of opinion. Walking bare, and here's my first idea, second idea, and third. Let me take that main idea because I think that was throwing some of you off. Third body paragraph. How do you spell paragraph off? Ideas. All right, so walking barefoot in a room with a soft carpet is a feature that is mandatory. My first body paragraph is going to be about the soft carpet. A music lover loves the flexibility of soundproof walls. Maximum volume is a must. That's my second body paragraph. My third body paragraph, most importantly, I used a great transition word right there. Most importantly, that's a great transition word that you should probably try to include in your essay. A retractable entertainment center, allows you the freedom to use all of the available space in your room. That way you don't have to have a lot of furniture, Miss Malin. Bam. So that's my first, second, and third body paragraphs. As you can see, I got my soundproof walls, carpet, soundproof walls, retractable ceiling. So now I have to have my clincher. AKA Kanye dropped the mic. We've come a long, see, even teachers have grammar errors. We've come a long way from paint and wallpaper to spice up a room. With technology and other advancements, we can have virtually, I don't think virtually spelled like, is that spelled right? Okay, if it's not, get over it. We can have virtually, but that's still not right. It should be, we can, let's use essentially, have any feature we want in our room. So what you're going to do with your room. Bam. That's my clincher. That's it. So that's steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the easy part, guys. The hard part is the tree map. That stinking tree map. Now, your tree map, some of you guys seem to kind of latch onto, and that's great. But let's go over it one more time. So make sure you're looking at your tree map. It should be on one paper. It should have all three. So your main idea, that's your thesis statement. So I know for mine, I'm going to write in this box, soft carpet. Because I know this paragraph is about. So how about we say instead of us saying main idea, we say paragraph topic. That'll let you and me know that that's what this paragraph is about. So we'll stay on point. Paragraph topic. Now where it says right here topic, that's where you write your topic sentence. So bam, I got soft carpet, I have soundproof walls, and I have retractable entertainment center. All right. So, bam, that's that. So now I'm going to write a paragraph about my soft carpet. And I believe I already wrote one. Let me find it. Didn't I write one? I ain't writing it again because I know I wrote it. I think this is it. Yes, this is it. All right. So, all right. Ah, darn. I'm still going to have to write it. Okay. Well, that's okay. All right. So, we got this right here. Bam, bam, boom. So, topic. So, let's just start over from here. So, you should be looking at your 8-sentence tree map. Now, remember, we did the why, because, and. So, my topic sentence is going to state it. And then I want to immediately say the word why. And then my support sentence is going to state because. And then my last sentence and my elaboration sentence is going to elaborate on my because. So I want to say the word and. So bam. Our topic is soft carpet. Bam. So I want to have a topic sentence. Here we go. Now, if you're reading this at home, your body should have reflexed and said what? Why. It should have said why. Now, I'm going to give 3 becauses. So, wow. A soft carpet is always a feature one should consider when creating the ideal room. Why? Because. So this is just me planning. It's relaxing. And bam. So I got to go back to my topic sentence. A soft carpet is always a feature one should consider when creating the ideal room. Why? Because it's therapeutic. And I'm going to give a fact. Remember, my job is not to write out my sentences. My job is just to plan out what I plan on writing when we get to the writing stage. We're in the pre-planning. We're in the planning stage. And now, bam, I'm going to repeat to myself my topic sentence so I can say the word why. So, a soft carpet is always a feature one should consider when creating the ideal room. Why? Because it's multifunctional. You can do a lot of stuff on soft carpet. Get your mouth out of the gutter. All right. And I want to elaborate. Bam. And then I want to have my transition. Now my transition is my moving on because I've given 3 points, so I want to kind of wrap it up. So my transition statement says I'm going to move on to something else. So I need a good transition word. Remember that list of transition words I had you make? This is where one of those could come into play. And if you even wanted to go a little crazy, maybe throw one in here. So maybe put one right here and maybe put one right here. Those would be great places to add a transition word. So I know I want to go ahead and put my so I want to put for my plan, I want to make sure I write what my transition word is. So I know my second idea that I wanted to talk about was the soundproof walls. So maybe I want to use the word since, because if I have a soft carpet and I want to have a makeshift bed or exercise space, I might need soundproof walls to mask the sound I'm going to make. So since, I want to use the word since, and then I want to talk about sound and loud noise. And then I'll move on to my next topic sentence. So I'm going to duplicate this page. And now I'm going to talk about my next topic, which was soundproof walls. And then bam, I start my plan all over again. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm filling out my plan. Bam, and now bam. Now, soundproof walls make for an excellent way to what? And I state my what, and then I state my why. And I state my because for that. Then I go to my second one. I state my why. State my because for that. State my because for that. Then I go to the third one. State my why, state my because for that. Wrap it up, moving on. I want to come up with another transition word. This time I think I'll use although. Blah, 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 blah. Then bam, duplicate it one more time. And now I'm talking about my third topic, which was the extractable entertainment system. And then bam. Now, since this is my last topic, I think I want to have a transition phrase or word to indicate this is my last one. So I'm going to use the best one of all. Finally, and there's my topic sentence. Finally, there is the extractable entertainment center. This feature is a must for the hoarder or pack rat. Why? Well, the obvious one, it provides extra space. And bam. Fine. It's a must for the hoarder or the pack rat. What's another benefit of having an extractable entertainment center? Since I'm a gadget queen, so, and I'll change that. And then lastly, another good reason to have an extractable entertainment center minimizes the danger of fire hazards. cords on soft carpet. Fire. So bam, and then I have my transition sentence. And then maybe I want for this one to be like, overall, out of the three, this feature is, and then something. And then bam, I've already planned out my conclusion paragraph, so I'm done. Now only thing left for me to do, guys, is write out my paragraph. So this, I just went over step by step your 5-point writing plan. Now this entire document is going to be in a PDF in your Dropbox Honors English 2 English 2 files folder, and it's a video. It'll have the video there, and it'll have the title called The Complete 5-Point Writing Plan. That's the title of the video. That's the title of the PDF file. I hope this helped. For those of you that didn't do your summer reading, this essay is a very good way to bring your grade up, because when I put that 0 in to make up from your summer reading, some of your grades are going to go down the toilet. That was my impression of going down the toilet. All right. So, with a Stewie conclusion, oh my God, no, the cow says moo. I am going to bid you adieu. If you have questions, please call me or email me, and I will check you guys later. Don't tell me.